So, everyone, good morning. As of in the previous class, probably we have taken our class 10 days ago because I went to examination duty, so that is why I'm unable to take the class for the last week. So, however, for the before on our last session, we have completed recovery mechanisms on database management systems. And these recovery mechanisms are already we have seen what are the different recovery mechanisms which are available on database management systems. And similarly, we are also focused on the previous classes. We are also focused on deadlock prevention mechanisms, wait and die and wound and wait kind of mechanisms which are being there with us. Already we have seen. So all these things, it ends the unit number 5. Okay, it completes unit number 5. And today, actually expected to start unit number 6, but I'd like to take some leisure to not start the unit number 6 today. So before going to take the unit number 6, I'd like to give one assignment to you people so that you people will be work out this particular assignment for a while, then then we'll move to unit number 6 by tomorrow's class. Okay, this is one particular assignment. Let us try to take the points very carefully. How the assignment will be performed here. So here, 3 different types of tables are available with us. One is master record, second one is a transaction record, and third one is a temporary transaction record. And finally, of course, one more also there, so which is very small table, which is message. So what is the importance of these tables? Let us have a look here. Master record is always trying to create one account for one particular customer in bank. So account number, customer name, customer address, date of open, and balance. Of course, many other things will be there. Introducer and all those XYZ will be there with you. But we would like to concentrate what are the columns which are very much required for us. The columns very much required for us is account number, account customer name, customer address, date of open, and balance. Now, what exactly we are trying to perform here? So before going to take that point, so transaction record, continuously transaction record will be taken. So account number, transaction ID, and the transaction type, amount to be withdrawn or deposit, however, and then the transaction date, everything will be taken into consideration. And temporary master record, before going to update the master record, what exactly this temporary master record will be, what is the intention of this particular record will be, this particular table will be is, so before going to update the master record or master record table, before updating this particular table, so we just store the information, previous information will be stored here. Account number, okay. What is the previous balance which has been available before updating the transaction record data into master record, and when it was done, on which date the updation was done. Okay, so this could be maintained. So the previous information of the transaction which is being gets operated here. The previous information of the transaction which is being operated here. For that purpose, so we have been created this particular table here, temporary master record. Okay, and then message will be always trying to specify what kind of operation you did there on this particular account, number. You did this transaction, so-called withdraw or deposit transaction, and the transaction ID will be this. So let me give you the sentence. Based on the sentence, you could specify. These are the 3 different types of very important tables which we have to create and which is related to our banking system. Now, you are also expected to create 2 sequences. Sequence number 1 will be for account number. Sequence 1 will be intended for account number. Sequence 2 will be intended for transaction ID, because these two are so transaction ID. I'm very sorry, this is underlined actually. This is a key attribute, and this is foreign key. Here it is foreign key. So look at this very closely. If you look at very closely, it does have two underlines. It does have single underline, and here it is single underline, so that it is a key attribute. This is a key attribute, and here where exactly? Yes, so temporary master record. It's also a temporary, let me say, foreign key here, and of course message doesn't have any attribute here. Okay, message doesn't have any constraints here. Okay, however, look at this. Account number, the sequence name is ACCNO for master record, and a transaction ID for transaction record. You have to create these two sequences for this one. And based on the transaction record, so transaction record in the sense account number, transaction ID, transaction type, amount, and the transaction date. So now I have been performed some operation that withdraw some amount from my account. Withdraw some amount from my account. So that withdraw must be operated in master record, balance of the master record. Okay, it must be update the balance of master record. If transaction type is withdraw, so balance must be minus. So this condition must be checked here. Balance minus amount will be greater than 500. Then you have to transaction is success. Otherwise, transaction is failure because of insufficient balance or insufficient funds. You could type your word. If transaction type is a deposit, you need not to check anything. Directly master record message will be updated here. Master record balance will be directly updated here. Okay. So, however, what kind of operation you may be done before going to update master record? Previous values must be stored into this particular table. So, let me do this particular exercise on behalf of you, and the same exercise will be done by you probably within 2 to 3 days. Okay, I'll give you some time before going to enter this particular everything into Google Classroom. So I'll give you some time to you when exactly the due date, when exactly it could be. Okay. On behalf of you, I'd like to run this complete. Okay, look at this. Yes, you are show user. You are in class. Okay. So, okay, set lines. Number of lines is here. Set lines will be 150. Set pages 50. Okay. Select everything from TAB. What are the columns which are available with TAB? So column T name. Okay, now let me execute it. Select everything from TAB. Bill, customer, EMP, MPL, pay. Already these tables are available with us. Already these tables are available with us. Now, let us create all these tables before going to take the specification here. Let me copy each and everything. Okay, ED. Yeah, I'd like to copy to this particular notepad buffer so that it is very easy to run this one here. Yeah, create a table. TABLE table. Table name is master record. Open parenthesis. First one is account number of 5, and which is a primary key, comma. Second one is customer name, varchar 2 of 20, which is not null. Yes, it is comma. Customer address, so varchar 2 of 25, which is also not null, comma. And the date of open, which is date. Okay, the default will be system date here. So we'd like to pick up this particular value right away from here to here. Default value is default system date. Default value is system date, and followed by it must be not null, and then balance is not null here. So everything has been defined. Okay, one comma is this. So here the comma will be. Yes, everything has been closed. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Create table name, and then account number, and of course everything has been taken into consideration. Okay. Then followed by execute this one forever. Yes, your table has created. Okay. Master record has created. Now, let us go ahead and create this particular thing here. Let us go ahead and create this particular transaction record here. ED. Because I'm unable to copy, write each and everything in a particular position. So that is why I have been copied. So don't think otherwise. Create table, transaction record. Yes, first one. Account number, number of 5, which is a foreign key. As per the definition, it is foreign key. This foreign key is available with the master record of account. Yeah. So, which is foreign key number of 5, followed by REFERENCES. References master record of ACC_NO, which is foreign key. Yes, foreign key has been defined here. Transaction ID, which is number of again 5, and would like to consider it is a primary key, comma. Transaction type will be character of 1. Okay, let us take a character of 2 or 1, whatever, maybe it doesn't matter. And it is checking for check. So transaction type, check whether this transaction type in deposit or small d or withdraw or small w. Only these values, not any other values, comma. Amount to be withdrawn will be number of 11, 2, which is not null, comma. No other kinds of things are being followed here. So, which is a transaction date. So, which is date, and the default is default SYS DATE, and of course it could be follow the not null condition. You must enter the date also. Okay, you must enter the date. Okay, everything is closed, and finally this one. Let me execute this one for a while. Create table, transaction record, and the account number, number of 5, references, master table, and so on. Transaction ID, it could be taken primary key, and then transaction type, it is a character, and having one mistake is there. Sorry, one small mistake. One more closed brace is required here. For check, it has been opened one. For in, it has been another. So that one more closed is required. So otherwise, it may be provide some error message. Okay. Check T type, transaction type in T or something otherwise. Okay. Amount. So number of 11, 2, not null, and transaction type default is system date. Sorry, transaction date default is system date, and which is not. Okay, let me execute this one for a while. Yes, table has created. Second table also gets created. Third one, temporary master record. Temporary master record. Let me take ED again one more time. Yeah. Yes. Create table, temporary master record, open parenthesis, account number. It's very important. This account number must be always references. What is my reference here? This reference is master record. Under master record, one account number is there. Yes. Under that ACC_NO. This is my This is my reference, that is foreign key. Previous balance might be, so previous balance might be number of 11 comma 2 and the date and the time stamp, which is varchar 2 of 20. Okay, comma. And of course, it is also not null, comma, not null. Okay, things are over. And let me close this one and execute for a while, whether it is being executed properly or not. Let us execute. Yes, our table has created. Create table message varchar 2 of 8. Okay, one more table has been gets created. Totally 4 tables have been created and everything has been entered in a proper way. So master transaction record has been, there it is. Master record has created, transaction record has been created. So okay, temporary master record has created and the mess is also created. Then what are the requirements here? What exactly the requirements might be? You are expected to create a sequence. Okay. Sequence will be gets created something like this. Create sequence ACC underscore NO. Probably that is the name which is given. Yes, ACC underscore NO. Okay. So sequence name. So start with probably 1. So forgotten to have the components of sequence here. Let us check out the sequences for a while. I'll come back. Where the sequence will be. Sorry for not remember this one. Oh, one moment, please. Yeah, this is the sequence. Let me eliminate this one, then you could understand very easily. Start with increment by. So increment by 1 again. Increment by max value, minimum value. So no cycle. Okay, maximum value MAX VALUE. Max value is let me take it as 9999949. I'm interested to generate up to 10,000 records only. And MIN VALUE. Min value is 1. No cycle. Okay, no cycle. Your sequence has been created, successfully created. One more sequence, transaction ID. You are expected to create one more sequence, that is transaction ID. Yes, I have been create sequence. So my sequence name is transaction ID. Start with, I'd like to start with, let me check it out. I'd like to start with, again 1 here. Increment by 1 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so forth, and so on and so forth. MAX VALU, max value is again here also. Okay, max value. Okay. One more 9 will be get synchronous to 1 lakh records I'd like to produce. MIN VALU is 1, and there is no cycle. Cycle is not expected. Okay. Second sequence also gets created. Now, you are expected to write triggers. On which record you are supposed to write the trigger here? On transaction record, you have to write the trigger. Okay. On transaction record, you have to write the trigger. So let us examine. Let us examine how you can write something like this here. ED, let me say BANK, bank. Yeah, I'd like to create this one here for a while. So create or replace trigger. My trigger name is transaction record trigger. Let me take very huge name, transaction record trigger. Okay, trigger. So I'd like to operate what I'm supposed to operate here in the sense. Normally, transaction record does have some kind of values with insertion only, so that after insert on transaction underscore RECO transaction record for each row. I need to have some kind of what do you call variables. Variables will be temporary BAL, temporary balance. Balance will be required for me. That is, this will be taken master record dot BAL percentile type. Okay, whatever the master record has been created, thereby one balance will be there, a field balance will be there. Whatever the type could be taken, the same type has been taken into consideration. Okay. So here it is not begin, here it is decline. I'm very sorry. Decline. Begin. Yes, what exactly we are trying to perform here? So based on the transaction record, the balance of master record will be gets updated. On what are the, on which condition? What are the conditions to be operated here in the sense? Transaction type will be withdraw. If it is withdraw, then you have to check out that. So balance minus BALANCE. Okay, the balance minus amount will be greater than 500. Then you have to so success transaction will be get succeeded. Otherwise, it is not supposed to be succeeded. Okay, that is what you need to understand. Okay, so let me enter this particular. I'm sorry, here it is not BAL. Here it is not BAL. It is balance complete word. Okay. So that is the condition here. If new dot a bound variable new dot, so t type is equal to otherwise in either it is in capital W or it is small lowercase w. Either of things will be gets possible. Okay, either of these things. Then what exactly we are trying to perform? So if it is withdraw, then one more condition to be checked here. That condition is balance minus amount must be greater than 500. Okay, before going to take this particular statement, we would like to check we would like to get the balance into T-back. From master record, we would like to get the balance to T-back. So select balance into TBAL from master record, where SEC underscore NO will be equal to new dot SEC NO. So you please understand, we are trying to write the trigger on a transaction record. Where exactly I have mentioned the new, the bind variable new or bind variable gold will be specified here. All these attributes are related to this transaction record. On which table we are trying to write on that particular table. So refer these attributes. Okay, where exactly you have to take balance in the sense we have been taken from the master record here. We are working out on master record. Okay, this balance is related to master record, and this account number is related to master record. Whereas the account number or any other kind of attributes which are associated with the bind variable new or gold will be associated with the trigger which table you have written. So that particular table. Okay. If it is okay, then what exactly we are trying to perform? On deduction of this particular withdrawal amount from the balance, if it is greater than 500, yes, equal. So if what exactly we are trying to write, so TBAL, our variable is TBAL minus new dot B, probably I do not remember the name, excuse me, where it is, amount, AMT. New dot AMT is greater than or equal to 500. Yes, you can perform. Then, okay, one more variable. Let me create here. That is MES. Yes, temporary message. So that is CHR2 of 80. Okay, I can 2 of 80 here. THEN. Then MESS. Sorry, TMESS is equal to what exactly we are trying to perform. So number one, what is the output you are supposed to perform here is new dot transaction ID. I do not remember the TRANS ID. New TRANS ID concatenated with one word, I mean one letter, one space. Is successful at okay, 2 underscore character of SYSDATE. Normally, any operation, any transaction, the transaction must be done on that particular day only. Previous transaction cannot be calculated here. Okay. State comma. So we are required the time stamping. What do you mean by time stamping here in the sense? Look at this. So on so and so date at so this particular time. Okay. So sysdate, what exactly we are trying to perform here in the sense? So date will be DD hyphen YY hyphen DD hyphen MM hyphen YY, otherwise 4 Ys. Okay, one space followed by so HH colon MI minutes colon SS. This is called as this particular kind of thing is called as so time stamping. Okay, this is the message which I would like to perform if things will be okay. Things will be okay in the sense if balance will be greater than or equal to 500, it is okay. Otherwise, so same message will be same. T message will be equal to, just wait for a minute. T message will be equal to new transaction is failed since insufficient funds. Okay, because of not having funds, the transaction was failed. Okay, it's over. It's over. Else, otherwise, ELSIF, if new data. Okay, one more point we'd like to confirm here. So after succeeded, what exactly we're trying to perform here is update master record. So if it is okay, master record must be updated. Update master record. Set balance equal to TBAL minus AMT. Sorry, new dot AMT. New dot AMT, where, let me copy from here, where account number equal to new dot account number, so that it may be considered that yes, things will be succeed. Okay. Otherwise, it is not succeeded. No updation will be gets happen on master record. Updations could not be took place on master record. If it is withdraw, so things are over. If it is deposit, what exactly we are trying to perform? We are not supposed to perform anything here. We are not supposed to. We are not supposed to check anything here. We just take into consideration that the operations will be took place like this. Else, so what exactly master record set balance will be equal to BALANCE balance. Otherwise, TBL plus whatever the amount you have been operated. So that particular where account number equal to new account. Yes, updations are gets over. And everything is gets over. Now insert into message values. What are the values you are supposed to take into TMES message. And our trigger name is this one. This is our trigger. Okay, this is our trigger. Okay. So here, one specific problem will be raised here. That problem, one specific what do you call error will be raised. So let us show that particular error after execution. After execution, I'd like to show that particular error. What is that error? I'd like to show. Okay, my name of my SQL program is bank here. Okay, before going to take this one, I'd like to introduce values into this master table. I'd like to insert values into master table. At least one or two rows. So I'd like to introduce values into master table. Okay, master record. Insert into master record values. First value is account number is. I have created one particular sequence for this one. ACC underscore NO dot NEXT VAL. Next one, comma. So next one is name. Name is Hari, comma. Address MACHRLA Macharla. However, you can take your one. Whatever the address it might be. Then followed by customer address. Date of open, probably that is sysdate only. SYS DATE, there is no problem at all. Default amount will be some 10,000 rupees. Default amount will be some 10,000 rupees. Yes, one row has been created. Instead of Hari, I'd like to take some Kumar, Macharla, sysdate, and he was given only 5,000 rupees as a default balance. And let me take it as some Pavan Kumar. He also belongs to Macharla, and he was given 12,500 as the minimum amount. Okay, look at this. Select everything from master record. These are the specific items which are available with us. Specific number of rows which are available with us. First one is Hari, second one is Kumar, and third one is Pavan Kumar. So these are the people which are available. Now these people are doing their transactions using transaction record. Let us take the transaction record. So transaction record does have these values. So account number. So insert into, of course, normally using ATM or any other bank sites, you are not supposed to directly insert the values. You have to operate some kind of values over there so that they will be taken as internal. They will be taken as insert. Insert into transaction record. Okay, sorry. Before going to take these values, let me create the trigger first. At the rate BANK bank. Yes, trigger is created without any errors. Before going to enter some data into the one moment, please. In trigger, I did a small mistake. That mistake is we have forgotten the temporary master record. We have forgotten the temporary master record. Okay, temporary master record has been forgotten. After completion of this particular, after completion of this updation, either this particular updation or this particular updation, we must, before going to do this particular updation, we must capture the previous values. We must capture the previous values. So that insert into TEMP underscore master underscore RECORD record. So to that, what exactly I'd like to perform? New dot, what is that? ACC-NO. Okay, ACC underscore NO. This is the new account number, comma. I need to have previous balance. The previous balance is already existed with so TBAL. The previous balance is already existed with the TBAL. Oh, yeah, TBAL. What is the message we are required? So this could be copied. Okay, insert into master record. So let me take master record. 3 columns are there. First one is account number, second one is previous balance, and third one is timestamping. Okay. So after this, you have to perform your own operation. Here also, before going to operate this update, you must perform this one here. We have forgotten to do this particular operation. So I'm sorry for not taking this one. Yeah. First of all, you have to capture the previous values. Then updation could be happen. Then message will be taken. Okay. Here also same. That's what I have forgotten. So I'm sorry for that. Then like to execute this one for a while. One more time. @BANK. Oh, what are the others? Statement is select must be okay. EDBANK. There are some errors. 1 or 2 errors are there here. Insert into the product. Yeah. Errors are values. Values has been missed. Insert into temporary record values. So those are the values. @BANK. What does it mean? Okay. TEMP. The name of the I may be type this particular name wrongly. Temporary master record. Probably that could be the that could be the problem here. Oh. 8/4 statement is ignored. What is that statement? Let me check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If new dot key type NW, okay, this is right. Master record, okay. Somewhere else we did a small mistake. I'd like to send you this one probably through Google Classrooms. TBAL, yes, it is TBAL. Took care of system date. Yes, what is the problem here is just identified. So one more closed brace is missed. One more closed brace is missed. That is the problem here. That is the error here. The error will be produced here it is. So one more closed brace is missed. Oh, not here. At this place, insert into this one. Okay. One more closed brace is missed. That is the problem. Yes, your trigger has created here. Your trigger has successfully created. Now you will go ahead and enter the values into transaction record. What are the values which are available? I mean, what are the columns which are available with the transaction record? Account number, transaction ID, transaction type, and amount followed by transaction date. Account number. So insert into values. Account number is so let me say 1. Then the transaction ID, we have created one particular sequence here. That sequence is this one. That sequence is this one here. Okay. Ampersand ACC underscore NO. Directly like to consider this particular VAL CUR or VAL current value, and then next one is transaction type within single quotes ampersand TCYPE transaction type. Then next one is amount to be ampersand AMT, comma SYSDAT system date. Account number is 1 and the transaction type is withdraw and amount will be 1000 rupees. Okay. Just wait for a while. Sorry, somewhere else. I do not remember. Okay, the problem is not cur value, next value. Here it is not cur value, it is next value. NEXT Sorry. Okay, number 1, transaction type is withdraw and amount is 1000 rupees. Okay, row was inserted. So since this particular row was inserted, immediately this trigger will be fired. Okay, look at this. So select everything from MAST here, RECO or the master record. I hope that previously we have entered, for one, we have entered 10,000 rupees. We have entered 10,000 rupees. Now, so look at this 9,000, 1,000 has been detected. And select everything so from transaction RECO or the transaction record. Yes, one transaction record is there. Select everything from what is that? TEMP underscore master underscore record RECO RD. Master record. Yes, it has been successful. Okay, it has been. Okay, we have forgotten to write the successful. Okay, we'd like to write the successful. Okay, message. So select everything from MESSADA. In message, we wrote something like this. Yeah. Transaction number 1 is successful at this particular date. Let me introduce one more. Yeah, let me introduce one more. So now I'd like to consider number 3. Already 12,500 rupees is there. So let me say number 3. Transaction type is deposit. How much I would like to deposit here in the sense 3,500. I'd like to deposit this particular amount. Now let us go ahead and so take all the displays. Yes, master record 16,000. I hope that you understand. 12,500 plus 3,500, that is 16,000. And then just wait for a while. Transaction record. Second transaction will be took place something like this. And temporary master record. Yes, it has been message. Again, message. Okay. For deposit, we did not write anything. Okay, let me write. Let me open and write EDBANK. For deposit, okay, we did not write anything here. I'm sorry for this. Yeah, this one we would like to take. Okay, that's all. There is the matter. For deposit also, it could be. At the rate PANK, yeah, trigger is created. Let me go ahead and prepare one more. Again, deposit only, number 2. So transaction type is a deposit, and then so 5,600 rupees, 650 rupees. Okay. Now go ahead and display the contents of each and every table here. The master record. Okay, master record, and then transaction record. Third transaction has been succeeded. Third transaction has been succeeded, and then temporary master record. Yes, third one also gets succeeded. What is that? Message. Where the message will be? Yes, message. Okay, it has not been taken. So transaction 3 is successful at so and so on. If you want to continue, okay, transaction 3 and withdraw or deposit, however, you could type your own. Okay, you could type your own and you have to type your own here. Okay, so this is what about the complete information regarding to this assignment. Complete information regarding to this particular assignment. I'd like to modify this particular assignment with the specific message outputs. I'd like to change this specific message outputs, and I'll give you. Okay, I'll give you. Sorry, I'll give you, and I'll forward this particular video to you people, and this assignment also forwarded to you people, and also give you the due date when exactly you are supposed to submit to me. So you have to submit within that particular due date. Okay. In this way, you can perform your what do you call this assignment, and how to finish up this particular assignment. If you have any questions or doubts, you please go ahead with this particular video. Then you'll have some idea regarding to this particular assignment. Thank you for a while. Let me take that minutes. Don't go away.